I'm Ricky Jay for Jay's Journal. It is well known that newborn animals become strongly attached to the first creature that they see. It will come as no surprise to my listeners that I turn today to a darker form of maternal imprinting, the theory that traumatic stimulus during pregnancy shapes the appearance of the child. This theme spans centuries, continents, and disciplines. In the world of entertainment, some of the most far-fetched anomalies have been promoted as the consequence of gestational shock. According to a story of 1618, a pregnant mother refused to help an alms-seeking beggar who then prophesied, "As the mother is hoggish, so swinish shall be the child." The baby, named Tannikin Skinker, was born with a human body and a pig's head. In the 13th century, a noblewoman who slept under a picture of a bear subsequently gave birth to a child with ursine fur and claws. A remarkable remedy was instituted by Pope Martin IV, who decreed that all pictures and sculpture of bears in Rome be destroyed. Among the more famous offspring of the genre is Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man, who has been the subject of dramas on both stage and screen. His mother, you may have surmised, was stepped on by an elephant when she was pregnant. A Polish precursor to Chewbacca, Stefan Bibrowski, was exhibited in the early 20th century as Lionel the Lion-Faced Man. The long, silky hair that covered his body was attributed to a parturient ordeal. During pregnancy, his mother had witnessed his father being torn apart by lions. Jan Swammerdam, the famous 17th-century Dutch anatomist, recorded the account of a pregnant woman frightened by a black man. She immediately hurried home and scrubbed her body to, quote, keep the baby from turning black. When the child was born, it was predominantly white, but with black splotches at all the places she had been unable to reach in her ablutions. Many years later, Hannah West, a white child born with one black shoulder, arm, and hand, provoked not only speculation about maternal imprinting, but, remarkably, a commentary on one of the most important of modern scientific theories. Hannah's mother was frightened when she stepped on a lobster before giving birth. How this elicited a two-tone child is not clear, but in his 1813 paper inspired by the case, Dr. Charles Wells, a Scottish scientist, authored the first pre-Darwinian commentary on natural selection. Anne Leake was an armless woman who demonstrated skills such as lacework and hair weaving at Barnum's Museum in the 1870s. Like many show folk, she sold a souvenir pamphlet about her life at the exhibition. George Middleton, the circus man, relates a story not included in the booklet. She told me her father was a man who drank a great deal and was very quarrelsome with his friends. When her mother saw him after one of his ordeals, he had his overcoat thrown over his shoulders without his arms in the sleeves. Anne claimed that this was the reason she was armless. In 1726, Mary Toft was the perpetrator of one of the most famous hoaxes of all time, the supposed birthing of numerous rabbits. During her pregnancy, she claimed that she was surprised by a rabbit and gave chase but was unable to catch it. She became obsessed with the creatures to the point that she fervently wished to devour them. Eventually, she gave birth to numerous rabbits, or rather parts of rabbits. King George I sent his unpopular and distinctly untalented anatomist, St. André, to investigate, but he and many others were fooled. Toft concealed rabbit parts in a secret pocket in her skirts and introduced them into her warren at appropriate times. After the appearance of some 18 critters, Miss Toft was debunked and became the subject of endless ridicule. Fortunately, I am familiar with no examples of auditory imprinting. I'm Ricky Jay for Jay's Journal on KCRW.